216-578-1007 for helping out. Back there in the video department. Did he get a chocolate-covered pretzel?
No, he was out of here quick.
Well, he was out of here before the show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Wanted to shore up a couple of things technically before we began the big broadcast?
I guess so.
Mm-hmm. Guardians lose in San Diego last night. 6-3 was the final against the Padres. They will get another crack at them tonight and then tomorrow night to finish the series. 9:40 tonight is the start on MMS. 9:10, and that pregame coverage will begin. Oakland A's fans got a real kick in the nuts last night. They were trying to get one massive push to try to show the owners of the Oakland A's that the team should stay in Oakland rather than moving to Vegas, which is the way everything seemed to be moving. And so they did what they called kind of a reverse boycott to try to get as many fans to the ballpark as they possibly could. And they drew the largest home game crowd of the season. They drew about 28,000 people. Now, the reason that the Oakland A's want to move is because normally they'll draw about 8,000 people to an A's game. But last night they drew about 28,000 people, and a lot of the ticket sales, a portion of which were going to be donated to like local food banks. And they called it a reverse boycott to fill Oakland Coliseum and show that the team should stay in Oakland, California.
Yeah, I think that's just called support.
It is called support. Maybe some of you scrubs who showed up. Nobody pays attention until it's, down to the wire, and then everybody shows up. Well, anyway, it was during the game that they got the information that the Nevada Senate had approved $380 million in public money for a Las Vegas ballpark for the Oakland A's.
Your move, Oakland.
So they're watching the game, and it's like, womp, womp. So that didn't go so well for them. They're saying now, hey, if there's an expansion team out there, somebody's looking for a place to put a team, they should put it in Oakland. But if the team just moved, they're trying to make the point that there's a fan base ready to support a team, but I don't know that they do. So anyway, they got record crowd out at Oakland Coliseum last night, but it was all for naught, as it seems that the team is going to move to Las Vegas. And I love that they get hundreds of millions of dollars in public money when this stuff happens. Billionaire owners, but get the city to pay for it. So what are you going to do?
How you stay a billionaire?
That's how you stay a billionaire and spending your money. Also in Vegas, the Golden Knights are the NHL Stanley Cup champions.
20 seconds remaining. The Golden Knights start to celebrate on their bench. The silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
I'll tell you what, it is, that is 2 championship losses for Florida in a week. It's been a rough week. The Golden Knights beat the Florida Panthers. Of course, the Denver Nuggets just beat the Miami Heat for the NBA championship. The Golden Knights made it their first season as a team. We had a guy in Pittsburgh on the Penguins when I was still there, a kid named Marc-Andre Fleury, and it was a big, big get to pull him from the Penguins to the Golden Knights in their inaugural season.
Is he related to Oreo McFlurry?
He is, actually. So let's see if I can recall. Second cousin on his mother's side.
See, Matt Rife, I can do puns, too.
Good job. But then he split there. I think we had him on the Blackhawks for a minute. But the Las Vegas Golden Knights are the first modern-day hockey franchise to win the Stanley Cup so quickly. They've only been around for 6 years. And it was a high-scoring game. They won 9-3. That's a lot of goals in hockey.
Yeah, it is.
9 goals.
When I checked
You're
the
running
score,
the table with those dudes.
I checked the score, and it was the beginning of the third period, and it was 6-1.
Yeah.
I'm like, this one's not a lot of drama in this Stanley Cup final.
It's not really a nail-biter at that point. But yeah, 2 Florida teams have been denied a championship in a week. For people who pay attention to those things. I guess the silver lining is that Miami now has Lionel Messi playing soccer for him. People who are into that. I guess the ticket prices for that team in Miami have increased 600% because he's considered the best player in the game. He's considered the Muggsy Bogues of soccer. He's the best player ever, right, in basketball?
Yes,
Muggsy
everybody
Bogues.
always talks about how Muggsy Bogues, the 5'3" point guard, was the greatest of all time.
Well, there is an asterisk, the caveat there. He's the greatest to ever play the game under 5'4".
You're not wrong about that.
Right?
He is.
Can't touch Spud Webb.
No, who was that?
Spud Webb was like 5'6".
5'6". He was a giant.
No, who was the little guy who won the dunk contest?
Nate
Peter
Robinson,
Dinklage.
Yeah.
5'9".
He won the dunk contest. Who, the white kid?
No, Nate
That
Robinson.
was
Yeah, who was that kid?
what's his name? Not that
I don't know.
Professor. That was one mixtape. It was like a mix something, I feel like.
Flurry.
No.
Oh.
Flurry plays hockey.
Mac McClung.
Mac McClung, that was close.
He's with the Sixers?
He was on the Sixers for 3 days.
Okay.
3
days.
To basically be in the dunk contest.
Oh, really?
And
What is
then-
he doing now? Selling cars?
No, he's just on G League team.
Oh, the G League team with Ben Affleck and J-Lo.
No, G League.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
G
my
League
God, we've been in
team?
this
Yeah,
building
there's
too
G
long
Aren't we
today.
saying the same thing?
Dude, getting here at 11, I don't even know what to do with all the time. I've stocked the fridge full of water. Just walking around looking for stuff to
Why
do.
don't you just go back home?
You should have turned it
Because I'm
down.
not going to drive an hour.
How long is it? It takes you an hour to get home?
It takes
Round
25
trip.
minutes there and back. So our
Berea
meeting's
is-
over at noon, you know?
Berea's close, but it's not that close. And it once you get into Berea, then there's
All that crazy Berea traffic?
well, it's not Berea traffic. It's just everything is it takes 10 minutes
To
once
get
you
anywhere.
get in Berea
Yeah.
to get anywhere.
So I'm like 25
Why is
minutes
that?
from here. It's just where
It's
the
how
way
it's
it
built,
is.
yeah.
Really? Is it spread out?
Kind of. I mean, not
Well, it's-
really.
Why does it take 10 minutes to get everywhere?
It takes
Because it's all 25.
Yeah, and it takes me 10 minutes to get to the highway, and then it's 15 minutes on the highway downtown. But yeah, so I was like,
You could have. It's a beautiful day. You could have taken a pre-show constitutional.
I did. I went and bought chocolate covered pretzels, and then I stocked the fridge full of water.
Did you
I mean,
turn
you
the
could
fridge
have
down?
You could have
because it gets-
taken a nice walk downtown. Is what I'm saying.
that fridge gets too cold and they all freeze, and then we just have
No,
ice.
I'll turn it down.
Now
I
you
need to
tell her.
turn down.
Ironically, the fridge can't make ice.
Right.
There's no actual ice in there, but everything else gets iced over. Go figure.
But yeah, it was like
This is the
12:30, and I'm like, what are we supposed to do for the next hour? This is ridiculous. I should be waking up right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Poundcake wasn't at the meeting. He didn't miss anything.
Nope.
Except all of these secret details on how to maximize your income
Well,
with iHeart Cleveland.
those meetings are great because they're always just like, hey, Bill Wills makes a lot more money than the rest of you guys. Be more like Bill Wills. And we're all
Well,
like,
that's
we
why I
can't
always-
be Bill Wills. He's only Bill Wills.
That's why I always like when they put that chart up on the big screen of the top endorsers. Because it's Bill Wills, then me, then, I don't know, take your pick. But it puts you already have a leg up on other people because make no mistake, out there in the suite, listener, it's a blood sport. It's a blood sport. That's why everybody's sitting down today in the meeting. What's AC doing? Standing up, at attention, ready to strike. You saw me and Scooter Reese almost get into it. They're all very nice. You can't. Everybody's very nice, but nobody can touch Bill Wills. The guy's the king.
It's the best.
Yeah, you give him anything, he'll sell it. Friends, it's Bill Wills for elbow-length white gloves. Want some ketchup? Man, this guy sells ketchup. Or whatever it is, right?
He does now because you mentioned it, and ketchup company in Cleveland would be like, you know what? Bill Wills could probably move some of our products.
That's right. There is a Cleveland ketchup company, isn't there? I was doing their
Yes.
Yeah.
commercials a few years ago. Cleveland ketchup. The only ketchup I use for as long as they paid me. And Cleveland mustard, too. The finest ketchup in the land, I believe, is what I told people it was, because they had multiple flavors. And I said, man, I'll tell you what, I've never had ketchup like this. And then I wasn't getting paid anymore.
Well,
And I stopped talking about the ketchup.
The only thing I care about is Wendys and Terry's North Coast Auto, and everything else can die.
Now, if you, everything else can die. Right. The salespeople back there crossing Bill's name off of a potential list there.
No, there was no.
You know what? There was.
Because, like, we're all, like, 30th on the list because there's so many people on this station. So, like, by the time stuff gets to us, I'm happy to have any endorsements, considering they have to run through, you know, everybody on the morning show before they go, okay, I guess we'll put Bill on this.
We'll give Bill some Wendys.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? He likes Wendys.
I love Wendys.
It just worked out, right? You're naturally always crowing about Wendys.
I mean,
And then the stars aligned. It didn't go the other way.
it worked.
Stars aligned. I'm surprised you didn't go next door, Mary, with all that time and buy some cupcakes. I always see people walking by here with big boxes of cupcakes.
They don't have. They make vegan cupcakes, but you have to order them in advance.
They don't have a tray of them?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Believe me, I've been in there before.
Yeah, I've never been in there. But you would think as popular as vegan cupcakes probably are, you'd think they'd have some at the ready.
Yeah. Well, because that's what I thought. I was like, they probably have like a basic, like a vegan chocolate.
Like one
or something.
tray.
Yeah, like one, or even just one flavor. And they're like, no, sorry, you have to order those ones in advance.
Maybe they don't keep, so they can't put them in the case.
But that wouldn't make sense because there's no dairy in them. So if anything, they would keep better.
Is that true? Dairy's not
Right?
a preservative.
But I'm saying
Without
the dairy,
is what would
that
not
would
keep.
spoil.
No, what I'm saying is dairy is not a preservative. So if you're talking about things they would spoil because they don't have dairy in them.
No, it would not spoil because it does. For me, it makes sense if something with dairy will spoil quicker. So something without
see.
dairy should keep.
I see.
So I don't think that that's what it is.
By the way, a question a lot of people are asking, and I guess it bears asking you guys, all that pizza that they brought today for the staff meeting, why no salad? Where was the salad?
There was also no drinks,
I thought the salad
Alan.
was a big part of everyone's pizza diet. Where's all the salad?
It's not in our budget. Just
What?
like there was no pop.
Yeah.
Or
Guys, we
anything
don't
but
have a salad
water.
budget.
Well, no, they had the Buzzard Brew.
They had beer that they got
Yup.
for free.
Yep.
They couldn't get a 2-liter for us who
A
don't drink
2-liter.
beer.
You're just tossing it to people. Hey,
Right.
oh.
Couldn't have shared anything. I was like, hey, is there anything non-alcoholic to drink? And they were like, water. I was like, okay, got it. I'll go
Well,
get
that
my
is
own pop.
non-alcoholic,
Right.
although, who knows what's coming out of the tap these days.
But that's why there was no pizza, or that's why there was no salad, is because they're keeping their
But I thought
costs
they
down.
they all came together.
They do, but the company doesn't want to spend an extra $100 on salad.
I see.
They're only up $1.5 million this quarter, Alan.
Well, talk to them. Don't talk to me.
Was it 1.7? It's enough.
1.3, something like that.
I'll buy my own salad.
Whatever it was, I was like, hey, let's do this.
Literal salad days back there. Just innocent and carefree. But no salad. So for the people asking, your guess is as good as mine.
I just told you why.
You-
It's not because they don't go together. It's because the company didn't want to pay for it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was. They didn't want to buy salad. It's because they
Alan,
knew.
They didn't even have
It's because they knew.
drinks.
It's because they knew
No, that's got nothing to
nobody
do
would
with
touch that salad.
It's got nothing to do with
Just
it.
like I said, nobody cares about salad when they're devouring pizza. You're eating pizza
You are
specifically because you're not going to eat a salad.
Incorrect.
Hey, there's a salad or a pizza vending machine, by the way.
Ooh.
They're trying to get this going. I don't know if this is a Shark Tank thing or whatever, but there's a company called Slices USA, and this guy has invented pizza vending machines that heat it to your precise specifications on the spot. Now, here's my question. Do you know what your pizza specifications are? Because I don't know what mine are. The only thing I've ever heard people say, like sometimes if my wife orders a pizza, she will order it well done.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard that?
Mhm.
Where they scorch it a little bit. But I don't know what my precise specifications are. If I were to order pizza from a machine to test it out, would you know what to put in there?
It only takes one time to troubleshoot. I mean, I have to have my crust a little golden brown and my cheese a little brown as well. That means I know that it's not going to be soggy or not, stringy.
I wonder if they have a button that says kinda brown on the thing.
It'll be
I
a picture
had
of
a
me.
mission, and the mission was to build a pizza machine that becomes hands-free to make the best pizza on the planet. And I think we've achieved that with my partner, who is a thermal engineer. we started working on the different types of heating that would be needed for our machine. We put it into his concept, and when the pizza came out, I was just in complete shock.
He was in complete shock that it worked the way the guy said it would.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I could navigate a pizza making machine that said, like, do you want it little less cooked or a little more cooked?
Right.
I'd probably want it a little more cooked, a
Mhm.
little crispier.
Mhm.
That's So I think it could.
I wonder if you
Be a
get.
thing.
I wonder if you can take this out, and then if you don't like it, it's just like
Send
a.
it back?
It's like a high tech stove. You go, put it a little bit longer. 'Cause, if you're like firing up a DiGiorno or something at home, you pop it in at 450, you take it out in 20 minutes, it's done. This thing, I don't know. I guess it's a good question to ask yourself as we move ever more regularly into a terrain completely dominated by tech. Pizza coming out of vending machines. I don't know why it's taken us so long to take our cues from the Japanese and have used panty vending machines, but I have to think that those can't be too far behind. Who wouldn't pay good money for that? But it's a good question to ask yourself. Do you know what your pizza specifications are?
Well,
This is,
I-
you guys who want to move away from like your dating profile of you and the fish, just put your pizza specifications in the dating profile. See if that bumps you up a couple of points.
I don't reheat pizza. I eat pizza cold straight from the fridge. But supposedly, instead of microwaving your pizza, the best way to do it is to put it in a frying pan with 1 ice cube. And that the ice cube is supposed to like crisp up because it's like the water. I don't know what it does.
I thought the ice cube steamed.
No, it's supposed to like
The
make the
cheese?
bottom
Okay.
crispy.
Okay.
Yeah, so like you put.
I've
you
never
put
tried that.
it-
I've heard that. I've never
I haven't
tried
heard
it.
it.
though.
I haven't tried it either, but because I don't reheat pizza.
I don't ever have leftovers.
Two
No.
problems, right?
Yeah.
You
No,
don't
I'm
ever
more- I'm
have
more-
leftovers.
No, I'm more in the. I don't really heat up, or if I don't mind microwaving it if I do heat it up. But like getting a frying pan out seems like more work than I want to do.
That's supposedly what you're supposed to do. Put the frying pan
Have you ever
on.
tried it?
No, put it on with medium heat, put the pizza in there, pop an ice cube in, and then put a lid on it. And that, like Bill said, it like steams the cheese perfectly, and it's supposed to make the bottom nice and toasty as well.
That's what I tell people when I get mad.
What?
You steam
Steam
It
cheese.
really
cheese?
steams my cheese. Yep. But it just goes to show you between the pizza vending machine and another, because fast food places can't wait to take the one job that anyone can do to make a little bit of money and completely automate that. Right? The factory job used to be, now it's the fast food job. It's a job anyone can do, and nobody's getting rich off of it. But fast food companies can't wait to make it all robots. So they've already got AI at the drive-thru. They've tried these, robots making your hamburgers. Those flop because they suck. They had a robot pizza delivery startup that raised $500 million that shut down because they couldn't figure out how to deliver the pizzas without the cheese sliding off. They couldn't physically keep the cheese from sliding off the pizza. And this is how bananas, like the venture capital companies, have become. I don't know how you fail to make a pizza with $500 million. They just throw money at morons who go, I got a way to make X, Y, and Z. And then these people just live in nice houses and drive nice cars. The company doesn't do much. They just paid themselves a big salary, and it doesn't matter if they make any money or not. But $500 million, and the company is no more because they couldn't figure out how to keep the cheese on the crust. So, again, the fast food or the, Domino's, Pizza Hut, they're larfing all the way to the bank because all these startups can't figure out something as fundamental as keeping the cheese in place. But if you don't know your personal specifications, going beyond extra brown or getting your cheese steamed, it's something to look into. Instapot, too, is filing for bankruptcy. So you see all
that trend came and went real fast, didn't it?
Well, pandemic, right?
Yeah.
It's like Peloton and Instapot. It just completely exploded over the pandemic And then people are like, yeah, I have one. It's like if you buy one, you're not going to buy another one.
Right.
And so, yeah, Instapot's
If you
cool.
didn't buy one, yeah. Like
you
I
didn't
never
buy one,
It's just a pressure cooker, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And I would have thought that domestic terrorists would have kept the company alive, but it doesn't seem to be going in that direction.
It's falling on it because people still want to use guns.
Is that what it is?
I mean,
Ease of use?
look at how many mass shootings there are compared to bombings.
Mass Instapottings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mass neti pottings.
Mm-hmm.
You run around and
everybody-
shove a neti pot up in
Everyone's
someone's.
covered in boogers.
By the way, before I move on here, speaking of Instapot, just made me think of macaroni in a pot, and that made me think of Nicki Minaj. And boy, I hate to say it. It pains me to say it. Nicki Minaj has had breast reduction surgery. And whatever you think of her, she had glorious cans. Glorious, glorious orbs. And I guess felt compelled to do something different. And so she's got a song that's going to be on the Barbie soundtrack. And maybe taking her cues from the doll, I don't know. But if you follow her on Instagram, you saw her new boobs who dis post. And she confirmed her reduction surgery. If you are someone who has ever lived through or been close to someone who's had a breast reduction surgery, there's a period of mourning there. I had a girlfriend many years ago who had breast reduction surgery. And again, I'm not a big boob guy, more of an ass man. But if you have got, glorious, glorious cans like that, again, you got to live your life.
Weren't they fake to begin with?
I don't know about that, Mary.
Yes.
And frankly, let's not go down that road.
Okay.
All I know
I won't
is,
ruin it for you.
all I know is she was complaining that her tops weren't fitting the way that she wanted them to which I say loudly and vehemently, boo-hoo. So anyway, she got them not undone, but she got them reduced. She's now a 32C, for those of you keeping score at home.
Jeez.